Okay, that's enough of chicken dance. And yeah, the start of the stream. We are late, I realize. I'm sorry. But things turn out ways sometimes that are difficult to predict. Regardless, we're gonna boot up the game as soon as possible. I'm just gonna find a button. It's just I got actually stuck on like the news on Steam. Because apparently they have like a update in Atri. It says that they have a 1/7 1 in 7 scale figure of Atri. And I opened that page, right? And I want to show you that this is unfair, no? But yes, hello Alice, hello LKS, and everyone else who's not here. I'm just gonna show this. Oh, okay, no more music, no more music. It's this one I wanna show? Yes. Oh, I'm on the screen, heck yeah. So yeah, this one they announced. They're releasing 2026. Okay, well that's a bit shit. But basically, they're selling this for how much? So yeah. I'm not sure about this one. I'm not sure about this one. It's, yeah, it's 20 centimeters. So 1 in 7 is, let's see, the full length is like 1 point. Wait, that's only 1.4 meters. Regardless. We have, what's up fellow rewriters of historical events to fit your geopolitical narrative. Yes. Did I say rewrites or rewriters? I don't actually know what I said when I read the message. I'm a bit out of it. Oh no. Okay, well, let's get going. Yeah, she's 1.4 meters. She's like a middle schooler. This can't be true though, because I see this every time when it comes to anime figures. It's like, yeah, 1 in 7, but like they have to use a taller standard than 1.4 meters, right? Like the average human is probably at least a head longer than that. So yeah, I'm not sure how they can come to this conclusion. That's a bit weird. Okay, we're gonna move on to the game. It's gonna have to launch it first, but dude, we haven't played this yet in November. This is the first rewrite stream of November. Anime sus? Damn, shocking. Wow, are you gonna link me that funny clip again? About the two guys who like, hello, what are you watching? And then he awkwardly explains what he's watching, and then he slowly realizes that he's not watching, you know, anything that is morally correct. And turns himself in. It's a funny clip though, yeah. It's a good one. But yeah, we got rewrites. I did actually write a recap of the last episode. Now, I can't really remember what I wrote. Should I bring up the recap just to see what I wrote? Because then I can use that to explain what we did last time. Make it easy for ourselves. Amogus. Mad Cow, hello, welcome. Firelands is soon in the thing, the Kara Classic. If you wanna, I don't know, check it out. It actually releases tonight at midnight. So anyone who's interested in like watching streams of that, like the world first race is probably gonna play. I expect the entire raid to be cleared within like an hour. I wouldn't be surprised if the people do that in an hour. So yeah, would be a watch, I suppose. So all your preparations? Yeah, we didn't do much though. We didn't do much. We didn't. Okay, I'm gonna bring up. Can I search collection? And yeah, I can search collection. That's good because that's easy access basically for me. Okay, what I wrote... What? I wrote so much. Why did I write so much about this? Okay, guys, reading time. What happened last time at the Fringitian official rewrite stream? It says, when the three roadmen killed the green dragon, it drew a lot of unwanted attention to this part of the forest, calling in reinforcements from enemy familiars. Thinking all is lost and a large amount of shadowy beings will inevitably find Kotori's safe haven with the power well. I can't really remember what the power well is called, like the source. And keeping the key safe, she shares an emotional moment with Kotori filled with tears. The barrier can't fend them off forever. Kotori wishes that her life could have been just normal, with her school life back, and that the key had never shown up. Kotori decides to take matters into his own hands and explore what's outside the barrier in the enemy-infested forest. And then he finds a 15-meter big dragon that is killing the three roadmen from before. Dude, that's a good write-up. Heck yeah. That's actually a really good write-up. I'm proud. What can I say? Regardless, we're gonna check out the highlights of last time. We only have one of them because we're running out of space, so I'm probably being very picky with what the things are. Wait, I didn't even see your message, Alice. Not this time anyway. Let's get back to our current game. We're dating high schoolers. Smile. Ugh, it's not like that. No one is dating anyone in this game. There's literally no love interest. Okay, well, sure, those two. Maybe. Let's ignore that. Okay, it sounds like she's hungry or something. My love interest. There's my love interest in Shizuru. Okay, well that's between you and Shizuru. It's not between two characters within the game. So it's not the game's fault, technically. That doesn't make the game a dating game. That's just you dating a character in the game. Okay, we're gonna check in here. Was the Celeste aligned? I will assume so, because you didn't spam it. Okay, it says finish up emotional Kotori, barrier key. Fight. Let's fight. I think we're loading into a pretty intense scene here. I'm fairly certain we're running away from the big bad dragon, the big bad wolf. Schedule? Yeah, I updated it almost. Updating the schedule soon, it says. I updated that it's now saying update. Update soon. I haven't logged into Nightbot. I don't know if that matters though, but I'm gonna click that. Oh, look at that! My recap from last week actually received 3 views. Wow, 3 people decided to watch the recap. That's very kind. Rewrite is not in the schedule. Yeah, because it's not the 8th of November either. It's actually the 7th. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Sorry. That is a raid, so thank you very much. If you are raiding the stream, then make sure to I don't know, post your favorite emote so I can see you. Can you please add this emote? Sure. Dink donk. Yeah, it's a good one. Don't we have any dink donk emotes? We have no dink donk emotes. Okay, well, let's just add it. If you have more emotes you want to add, then yeah, you know, just do that. We can have like 800 more emotes apparently. How do you do this? Click? Yeah. Dink donk. Okay, so we're running away from dragon. It says, I managed to make it pretty far away. Also, I was late because I woke up early and then, you know, I did things and then I got tired and I was like, oh. But then I woke up, be like, yep, let's stream. And then I got late anyway because my brain is slow. Hello, Mr. Streamer. Rewrite is not in schedule. Okay, thanks. Thanks to let me know. Okay, well, look. I'll create a schedule for you. Just for you. Thursday, 7th. Rewrites. Alright, how's that? How's that then, huh? How's that command? Lazy streamer hasn't rewritten the schedule yet. SMH, yeah. Pain. No, don't change the schedule, change the game. Okay. I'm not gonna do that. The night is only rewrite. Okay, I think we should all be right here. I've succeeded at retrieving the key. Ignoring my tension, the key stares in the direction we came from. Did it enjoy the fight that much? Its life is in danger, and yet... Are you like one of those idiots tourists with death wish? With a death wish. Warfare is a part of human nature. Is the key trying to learn something? Oh. Silence pest, yeah. It's only been like 2.5 years actually since Silence Pest. It feels like a long time ago, but... You know, 2.5 years isn't a lot of time. Chibimoff suddenly tenses up. I mean in like the total grand scheme of things, because I've been streaming for 5.5 years. Which is a lot longer than just 2.5. You're commenting on that every time. Oh, maybe I am, but... At least I'm consistent. LKS? You don't have one? You need to make more memorable moments, then you can have your own. Nah, honestly, I've just not really paid much attention to fun quotes that I could eternalize. Because I don't actually think about, you know, adding stuff. I don't. But there's been good comments, don't worry. Is it a beast? Is it a plane? I focus my senses, but I can't feel anything. I may have enhanced everything about myself, but I can't quite match Chibimoff's animal sensitivity. I don't actually think. Okay, no, I hate that one. Delete. Okay, I did use those words in combination of each other, but they don't mean the same thing that you're making them out to be. There's a very important distinction there. Chibi, what's the safest direction? Mosho. That's east. I have to cover for my faults with brains. See? And with brains you can actively think. I follow Chibimoff, pulling the key's hand. Something flies right in front of me. Eh? It's Chibimoff. The small frame that was supposed to be walking in front of me collapses limply at my feet. Huh? A thick branch is sticking out from Chibimoff's side. What? Hey, are you okay? Something cold touches my neck as I kneel to confirm Chibimoff's condition. And that's that. Thank you for your hard work. Huh? It's me, Ima Mia. Do you remember me? Who is this guy? Did he just kill Chibimoff? Hold on, we need to check our memory. Is he a friend? Ima Mia. Yeah, he is a good friend. He's a playboy out in a town who goes by the name of Imamiya Arata. Though he tries to look young, his skin is getting rough and is starting to resemble that of an old man. Lately he's panicked and starting using lotion. Okay, as if that's a bad thing. His palate is more like a child's. And he's fond of junk food and ramen. He absolutely loves curry and Hamburg steak too. But, okay. We must have met him so early on, haven't we? Because I cannot remember this guy. I mean, I kinda can. But I don't know anything about him. I wouldn't be able to tell you where we found him, for example. Mr. Imamiya. It's a person I met while I was buying my camera. The cameras? Well, okay, hold on. When they bought cameras, wasn't that the scam episode of people trying to sell cameras really expensively to Kotaro? Because he's like a kid. They're like, oh yeah, let's try to get as much money we can from him. Was that not that episode? I don't think he introduced himself back then though. What is he doing here? I'm sorry. It looks like my pet was injured.
Ah, それペットだったの。ごめんね。害獣かと思ったんで。
Ah, that was your pet. My bad. I thought it was a wild animal. He apologizes, but a cold object remains pressed against my neck. Is that a knife? Why?
天王寺くんさ、何してんのかな、こんなとこで。
Tennoji, my boy? What are you doing in a place like this? My boy. Yeah, he's old. He's older than he looks. My boy. What? I almost end up blurting out the truth. It'll obviously be the end of me if I end up fooled and give in to this laid-back attitude. I have to choose my words carefully. He's holding me at an angle that makes it really hard to move. His intent is obviously to stop me from making any sudden movements. Mr. Imamiya is acting under the assumption that I'm going to do something. In short, who is he? Would anyone enter the forest for fun in its current condition? It's not impossible. After all, it's the last day of the Harvest Festival. Okay, quick break. This reminds me so much of a scene from Death Note, where they remove all the internal monologue from the people, like the thinking that they do. You just see the scenes without any of that. And it's like an earlier scene where they're like quizzing each other, and they're just staring at each other for half a minute before giving answers, and looks super awkward. And yeah, it's kind of like that now too. He's like, oh, can I say this? Can I say that? Actually, I'd like to know what you're doing here, Mr. Imamiya.
Yeah, バイトっすよ、バイト。
I'm just doing my part-time job.
危険な動物がいるってんで、安全確保のためパトロールっちゅ。
The city received reports of dangerous animals, and they hired me to patrol and ensure the safety of this area. That's possible. But why would the city hire some random punk? Who cares about that? I'm more worried about Chibimuff. It looks bad. The branch has pierced straight through him, and his 4 legs are twitching. If this is the end of Chibimuff, then that is sad. Could you let me go?
何してたの?
What are you doing here? His voice grows cold. Unable to suppress my irritation at this point, I answer his question. I was looking for cryptids for my club.
でも、君のオカルト研究会って活動休止でしょ?
I thought your occult research society closed up shop? Closed up shop? Closed up shop? I don't know if that's an expression that I haven't heard of. So yes, heard about that, which is bad. For a moment, I'm speechless. I'm both surprised that we would know about such a thing, and startled by having my lie seen through so quickly. He asked another question during my silence.
それって何? 犬?
What is that? A dog? It's my dog, as you can see. Mr. Imamiya, I have to treat him. I'm sorry, but can you let me go?
ああ、平気平気。もうそいつ致命傷だし。
It's over.
助かんねえよ。
It is over. Chimov is dead. I'm sorry to everyone who loved that little guy as much as I did. His last words were switch to different routes. F this. Yeah, I get that. His last words. His moth. Oh, so sad. Little guy won't survive. His tone has changed again. There's no goodwill left in it whatsoever. I'm seriously freaking out here. I need to take him to the vet.
犬かね、それ。犬っぽいけどさ。
Is that really a dog? It looks like one, but...
おい、誰かいね
Hey, is anyone nearby? What? There's a kid here? Another delinquent-looking young man appears from the shadows. Since when was he here? The two begin talking as I freeze in trepidation? Don't know. We're gonna learn some new words tonight. I say that, but I actually know this word. It's just that I can't remember what it says.
Trepidation.
Trepidation. A feeling of fear or anxiety. Anxiety. About something that may happen. Yeah. Makes sense.
どうそいつ、お前の目で。
How does it look to you?
いや、普通に犬じゃないっすよ。それ、つうか M っす。
No way, that's no dog, man. That's an obvious case of monstritis. So, like monster, but plural or something?
だしゃそう思ったわ。怪しいし。
Right, I knew it. It looked totally weird.
何
What is it?
マンモスってやつかな。小せっすけど、初めて見るタイプで。
I think it's a mammoth. But it's really small for one. I've never seen one like this before. I make up my mind the moment I realize they can actually see through Chimov's disguise. I have to escape no matter what. I reconfirm the key's location. Luckily, it's standing nearby. It's observing us from the dark shadow of the trees. A smile. What kind of being could smile at a time like this? Can I fend off these two while also protecting Shivamov and the key? It'll be possible if they're normal people. I can just overpower them. But if they aren't, the force holding me down isn't normal. Feels like it has the strength of several people behind it, if not more. They can't be the same as me, right? I'm feeling worried. I feel like he's the final boss now. We need to kill him. I should add him in the monster list instead. Yeah, it doesn't say that Shivamov is dead, so maybe we can be hopeful. But he's supposed to be a friend. He can't be like this. While I'm desperately thinking of a way to escape, the key steps out from the shadows. Idiot, what the hell are you doing?
暴れるなっての状態分かってねえの首切れっぞ
Chill out, don't you understand your position? I'll chop your head off if you give me trouble. Got that?
あとさ他に何かいねこの近く
Is there anything else around us? Like nearby?
他っすか
Anything else?
こいつとそいつと
This and this. He points at me and Shivamov.
あと一つでけえ木みてえの感じるんだけど
And I think I also feel the presence of something real big, but
さあ、特に見えないっすよ。
I don't know, I'm not seeing anything. The man looks around, but his eyes pass over the key as though it isn't even there. I relax. He can't see it. The key's camouflage is pretty strong, according to Kotori. I'm a pretty rare case for being able to see it, but apparently it's not an easy feat. This is our chance.
はい、聞いてるよ。
Yeah, I'm listening. You wouldn't happen to work for the government, would you?
あ？何言ってんの？
The heck are you talking about? No, I was thinking that the government might be hunting cryptids or something.
あ？とぼけちゃってまた。
Come on, stop playing dumb already. Huh?
セーフだ？そんなんでごまかせるかっての？
Government, you think you're gonna fool me like that?
バカだよ、お前。
You're a goddamn moron.
あいつらに加担しちまうなんてよ。
Why would you join those idiots? Okay. Relatable. What? What idiots?
仮にそうでなくても、この状況自体がアウトなんだよ。
And even if you haven't, the situation right here means you're done.
学校で習っただろう。人質もテロリスト扱いしろって。
Didn't you learn at school? The guidelines say that to treat hostages as terrorists. What school did you go to?
なんだかんだ言って、俺はお前を評価してたんだぜ。
Despite everything, I actually kind of respected you. Thanks?
どんな理由か知らねえが、土地狂いやがって。
I seriously have no idea what fried your brain to this extent.
ああ、嫌だ嫌だ。こんなことしたくねえのによ。
I hate this. I didn't sign up for this crap. The knife digs into my neck. You gotta be kidding.
冗談ね。
Yeah, I wish.
バカだよ、お前。
You really are a world-class idiot. God damn it.
マジ最悪。
This is seriously the worst day ever. Imamiya drives his blade in without even giving me time to negotiate. I can't feel a thing. I don't even know if he cut me or not. But he must have. This is how it feels to have a knife in your neck. I'll die if the blade digs a few millimeters deeper. That's not good. We should probably do something then. It seems like this is as far as my determination will get me. Also, didn't we talk about finding a lot of headless people earlier? Didn't that, like, ring a bell? He's probably the one who killed all those people. I'll meet my end without getting a single chance to counterattack. Without even knowing the reason why I'm being killed. It's almost funny, to the point I can barely take it seriously. Locked into a bad end after all, yes. Kotori's route is doomed, and I don't think I made any wrong decisions. It's just that I'm doomed, regardless. Kotori is doomed. I need someone else's end route. I'm just embarrassed. I'm ashamed of my own naivety. Naivety? Probably shouldn't be too far away from the how you say it. I thought that a complete amateur like myself could do something in this battlefield of professionals. It's so pathetic. But at least I got the chance to realize my stupidity before my death. At that moment, Jimov moves, like a zombie coming back to life. He leaps upwards with brutal efficiency and slams straight into Amiya. Oh? Are we winning? Imamiya is dying. Does he know some kind of secret martial art, or does he have actual superpowers? Imamiya took an attack that would have destroyed a normal person's insides, and only staggered a few steps back. It looks like he managed to deflect most of the impact's kinetic energy into the ground with a formidable stance in the fashion of the greatest martial arts masters. That said, he can't even avoid leaving openings in his defenses after something like that. A long trunk wraps around my hips and picks me up effortlessly. Then a coiled tusk scoops up the key. And Chibimov breaks into a dash. Imamiya's subordinate jumps at us. I instantly blast Aurora from my right hand. Oh, we killed the youth. It hits the lackey right in the eyes, stopping him in his tracks. That's a needle attack I practiced earlier. Okay, well, It's kind of dangerous to shoot needles into someone's eyes. Did I blind the guy permanently? I don't care. Wow. Imagine the emotions you have to go through at this point. He's probably, yeah, he's scared for his own life, he's scared for Chibimov's life. He doesn't even care what he's doing to other people. They are now a buff. Yes. Both of them are out of sight behind us before anyone can react. Hey, look at that. Also, like this screen shaking though? I wonder if that's bad for anyone. Kotori said he was among the her most powerful familiars. You gotta give him credit for his leg strength. But this is obviously over his weight limit. Chibi, don't push yourself too far. Chibimov continues speeding through the woods at an ungodly speed. With nothing reminiscent of a saddle, riding him isn't just uncomfortable, but the essence of pain itself. Ooh. The whole world violently shakes up and down, yes. Like the camera of the worst live-action movie possible. That's a very nice description. I'm totally at the mercy of his speed, while desperately clinging to Chibimov's back. Dude, we're zooming ahead. We're fast. Falling Leaves is a song name that I know is made by someone, a band, that a friend of mine liked when I was a kid. And you might have heard of it. Smash against my face, jolting me with pain. Really? Is Leaves, really? Yes, how fast is he running? I can't help but marvel at his speed. But at the same time, it's obviously abnormal. I can't help but feel like he'll have to pay the price for this. Stop it, Chibi. We shook them off already. Chibimov only kicks off the ground harder, further increasing his speed. Hey! The key hanging off his tusk has a faint smirk on his face. Chibi, stop it. I can run by myself. Come on. But his dash continues. I can smell traces of death in the air. He's using the last spark of his life for this? Oh. Well, it's nice at least that they gave Chibimov something instead of just dying. You know, one last heroic act so we can appreciate Chibimov more than we ever have. And so we finally reached the barrier. We managed to retreat all the way to our base. And now it's time to pay the price. No. Look how cute it is though. Poor guy, he deserved better. Dog, mammoth, something else. Doesn't matter. He's a great guy. Oh, screenshot. You did great, Chibi. The beast shivers in my arms. Even me, I wasn't lying about it being a lethal wound. The branch sticking out of Chibimov's side is as hard as an axe blade. And it's obviously pierced his vitals. Is this a boar or an elephant? The question is not if it's a boar or an elephant, it's the question of is it a dog or a mammoth? Dog or mammoth? That's what you gotta ask yourself. The key is here. Can a key restore the life of this? Please. The barrier opens and Kotori appears. Kotori, Chibi has... I know. It looks like that's it for it.
さ、入って。チビはほっといていいから。
Come on in, you can leave it here.
残骸は消えちゃうから。始末しなくて平気。
His body will disappear by itself, so you don't need to worry about it. I can't fathom what she's saying. What the hell is wrong with you?
人に見つかるから急いで。
Hurry, someone might see you. Chibi's hurt, treat him. Kotori shakes her head.
残念だけど、それもう限界。
It's unfortunate, but it's too late for it. Wait, mammoth is a type of an elephant? Oh. Okay, you have a point then. You have a point. Why do you keep calling it it?
完全に壊れてる。もう直せないよ。
It's too broken, I can't fix it at this point. Stop talking like that. It's Shibimov. It used to be your...
素材はそうだね。
You write about the materials.
私が昔飼っていた犬。
I used the body of my dead dog.
でもね、小太郎くん。チビモスは魔物なんだよ。
But Kotaro, Chibimov is just a familiar.
それって生き物とは違うってこ
They aren't alive.
と。だから感情を込めちゃいけない。
You shouldn't get attached to them.
その子
Real photo?
死んでる。
Oh. Look at how cute this thing is. Wait, it's so small though. Oh. Dude, I want this as a pet. Hairy elephants? I mean... Yeah. I guess. But that doesn't make them any less cute. Alright. Thanks for the cute elephant. The cute mammoth elephant. Hairy edition. He's been dead from the start. No way, I mean, he was alive. He sacrificed his life for
魔
us.
物だから。
That's because it's a familiar.
そういう命令をしてあったから。
I ordered it to act like that. It's not a mammoth, it's an Asian elephant. I mean, yeah. That's cool and all. I don't know many places where they have elephants in the world, so it would have been surprising if you told me it's a European elephant. Or a American elephant. Australian elephant. They don't have elephants in Australia, right? Ah, there's no way. I mean, I need to Google that. Does Australia have elephants? There are elephants in Australia. Okay. Well, shit. No, they're not native animals. Yep. They're not native animals. They just have them in wildlife reserves and in zoos. Okay. Yeah, let's not get baited by that. Not native. No, that's not how it happened. Watch a clip together? I can't watch TikTok. What is this? Link it on YouTube instead. Dude, how do you even watch TikTok videos? Well, at least they have full screen, so maybe it's not too bad. Okay, here it is. It's a TikTok video with my eyes. Oh, look at that flower, so cute. Can I have one? It's like a Chibimov remembrance video. Oh. Making a silly face. How heavy are these things, though? Will I die if it steps on me? Alright. Very cute, though. I want one of these. If you can get me one, then please. Depends where it steps. Okay, well... Obviously, I'm not gonna be lying down next to an elephant, so it will step me on my foot. It will step me on my foot. This guy isn't even wearing shoes. He's like, yeah. I'm not afraid of accidentally getting stepped on. I mean, maybe having a shoe won't really protect your foot. I mean, it probably will. It probably will. Alright, thanks for that TikTok video. Never thought I would say that. Should I make a... No, I think I have an account on TikTok. But I have it on my phone, I believe. Because I checked it out in like 2022 maybe? Years ago? Fascinating site. I like it. I don't think anything can be heavy enough to make you die if it steps on your foot. Okay. Maybe not. Because the foot doesn't contain any vital organs. It's kind of similar to like, if you wanna protect your body from injury, then it's okay to sacrifice your legs and your feet. Because technically you can survive without those, but if you hurt your internal organs in your chest or belly, whatever, then yeah, that's bad. Okay, maybe that's true for other familiars, but he was special. He had a mind on his own. No, it didn't. He had emotions. It only looked that way. Dude, this conversation is so sad though, because it reminds me of that conversation between AI, I think? Like in video games, cute AI. Yeah, it's like Atri, in some sense. It's like Atri. Like, Atri doesn't have emotions. It didn't have emotions. It don't look that way. No, she was alive. Have I ever been this angry at Kotori before? I can't remember. Kinda love this song though. There's no way we could have forgotten... No, we could have gotten along so well if he wasn't alive. I could feel he was alive. You thought he was different from other familiars too, didn't you? That's because he was the dog that you loved so much, and his feelings remained even after he was transformed. Played by the puppeteer, yes. Like, we even fell in love with Kotori. But apparently she's heartless. Kotaro-kun. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. I know your memories are scattered after injury, but... Did you really forget? What do you mean? Pero didn't like me at all. Huh? He wasn't a good dog? He was not a good boy? Good boyo? Damn. Kotori is harsh. Oh, you mean like that? His previous owner tortured him. Yeah, I guess it's easy. It's hard to save a dog from that, I guess. He didn't have ears because they cut them off with scissors. And one of his legs were broken beyond fixing. He didn't trust anyone by the time Dad took him in.
小屋に閉じこもりっぱなしで。
He just hid in his doghouse all the time.
私は何度も散歩に引っ張り出そうとして、よく噛まれた。
He bit me whenever I tried to take him out for walks.
そのことは誰にも言わなかった。言ったら保健所だと思ったから。
I didn't tell anyone. I knew he'd be taken to the pound if I did. I mean, I can understand what this means given the context, but I've never seen like this expression, taken to the pound. Taken to the pound. It means people are going to get an animal. So the pound is basically the place where you pick up animals and like for like a shelter for those things.
保健所ってね、小太郎くん。毎日たくさんの犬を殺すんだよ。
Do you know they kill countless dogs there on a daily basis?
だから絶対保健所にはやるもんかって。
That's why I was
必死で
desperate.
世話した。
That's why I was desperate to take care of him.
報われることはなかったよ。
Didn't pay off one bit.
ペロは私のことも最後まで敵だって思ってた。
Pero fought me as the enemy to the very end.
そのことで小太郎くんに相談だってしたよ。覚えてない？
It was one time I asked you for your advice about it. Don't you remember?
人の身勝手の犠牲になった犬だったよ。同情する。
He was a victim of human cruelty. I couldn't help but feel for him.
けどはっきり言ってちっとも可愛くなんてなかった。
But to be honest, he wasn't cute at all.
愛してなんてなかった。
I did not love him.
必死に世話してたのはきっと気持ちを返してくれるっていうそういう期待があるって信じてたから。
I believed he'd soften up if I kept taking care of him. That was the only thing that kept me going.
世の中には善が満ちてるって信じてたから。
I believed that human kindness made the world go round.
寿命で死んだ時私はほっとした。
But I felt relieved when he died from old age.
死んでくれてよかったって思った。
I was glad he died.
でも少しは愛着もあったんだよ。
But I had grown somewhat attached to him too.
無念かな。最後まで懐いてくれなかったから。
This is a long... He's just talking. I think I was just fueled by my regrets that I failed to get through to him.
だから魔物にした。
That's why I turned him into a familiar. Dog lore? Yeah, I mean,
忠実な魔物になったんだ。
it's beautiful. It's certainly important to understand like the dynamic between Chibmoff and her. And the result ended up surprisingly loyal.
性能もびっくりするくらい良くてね。
And surprisingly capable as well.
今までのことがチャラになるくらいよく働いてくれたよ。
It worked out so well that I actually felt like forgiving all that happened between us in the past.
それがチビモス。
That's Chibmoff.
魔物化って蘇生とは違う。
Turning something into familiar isn't the same as resurrecting them.
チビモスはペロじゃない。
Chibmoff wasn't Pero.
ペロはとっくの昔に死んだんだ。
Pero died years ago. Kotori spits out those last words with palpable anger. But still, I mean,
小太郎くんは優しいね。
you're too kind to Kotaro.
けど魔物って使い捨て。
Familiars are disposable.
いちいち悲しんでたらどうにもならないよ。
It's a waste of time to feel sad for them every time.
辛いだけだよ。
It's just painful. I don't care. Imagine saying all these emotional stuff when the first thing that opens up from his mouth is like, I don't care. Okay. It was much more painful and sad for him. You could have started with this instead. That sounds better. I can still barely feel Chibmoff moving in my hands. It looks like he's in pain. Which means he is. Come on, I understand he's a familiar, but You can at least pet him one last time, can't you?
魔物に感情移入は
I don't want to get attached to. Shut up! Just give me a yes or no. I glare at her. Kotori faces my anger with a conflicted expression. I know it's not Kotori that I'm angry at. My heightened emotions slowly escape from my chest as I breathe out. I understand the part about him having no emotions, but just do it for me. At least take his pain away.
分かった
Kotori kneels by me.
おちび
Oh, look at that. So cute. We need a screenshot for this one too. With or without text though? Maybe it's cute to have like this text. We got to have text. Her small hand hesitantly approaches him, touching no, what used to be Pero. Oh, he closed his eyes. They have animations in this game now. Chibimov stops shivering, as though his pain was banished by an invisible power.
感覚器を切ったよ痛みもないはず
I turned off his sensory organs. He shouldn't feel pain anymore. Yeah, he looks better.
よくやったね
Did well.
小太郎くんと鍵を守ったんだね
Protected Kotaro and the key, didn't you?
鍵を守れとは命じてなかったのに
I didn't even order you to protect the ladder.
本当に不思議
Ladder. It's really strange.
ありがとうね
Thanks. Chibimov. Chibimov wraps his trunk around his master's hands. Can we get to see that though? He can't let out any sounds at this point. His hit points are going to run out at any moment. There's an apt description if he really isn't alive. Oh, that's... yeah. As all he possesses was a limited supplies of durability or for fighting. I've got to thank him too. Thanks, partner. Oh, look at that. It's just so sad sounding though. He trembles one last time. Just watching feels painful. I hope it'll be over soon.
チビ
Chibi. Seems Kotori was moved as well. Yep. I can't replay this voice. Ah, that voice. Yeah, that I can't replay. I remember. The dog that refused to give in. Oh. That's where it came from. The Pero that's inside. The frenetic barking. There was a time when the neighbors even submitted an official complaint. There was one major headache that didn't pay off. Yet, that nostalgic sound shocks us both. Shock. Tragic. Yep, yep. Hello. Arf. I obviously I can't make any dog sounds, but small body trembles one last time before relaxing. Kotori said that turning a corpse of an animal into a familiar didn't mean it was resurrected. But that was definitely a dog barking. Kotori is standing frozen in place as though her soul has left her. What happens to familiars when they die? They disappear. As though... oh. It's gone. As though paying his dues for existing beyond his original death, Chibimov begins dissipating into small particles, crumbling like a sandcastle. We'll never see him again. It's a beautiful death. I suppose whether someone can take comfort in that kind of death or not depends on the person. To me, the whole process comes off as overly sanitized. Animal death is a lot dirtier than that. It's raw and it stinks. But familiars disappear as though they were never even there. Because they were never really there. Or were never really alive, I should have said. I suppressed my instinct to scream. The chilled, solemn atmosphere hangs over the humid forest. The key is here too. What do you feel about this? A melody pours forth from Key's lips. An unstable high pitch reminiscent of a scream. Like a witch, maybe. A disturbing, ear-piercing cry that ignores all musical conventions. Yet it still counts as a song. An alien melody that has nothing to do with the harmonious sounds that humans normally produce. The cries the Key occasionally lets out seem to be parts of the same song. An intermittent hymn. But this time it isn't cut off, forming a melody. The forest squirms despite making no sound. Feels as though the sound is impregnating the very air with soul. Providing trees with a mind of their own. Can you use this word like that? Okay. I don't think I've ever really had to say that word before. So it's just a bit of a surprise. The ground writhes as the very bedrock sings. The sound possesses a property that makes humans uncomfortable. Or they realize that they're the only ones who can hear the song of the planets. Who can't hear the song of the planets. The Key. Why are you singing? I cover my eyes. Blah. This is my favorite part. Watching the sky. The stars. We're totally misaligned. Kotori, the Key and I. The summoners and those superhumans. The very world. All of us are just doing what we can. Yet, the truth is equally inaccessible to all of us. Our hearts remain numb the following day. I feel like I slept. But I also feel like I stayed up all night. When I came to, I was sitting on a stump. I have no particular objective here, and I can't even guess how long I was here. Kotori seems to be feeling similarly. She's sitting in front of her work table, motionless, shoulders slumped. She probably has a ton of things to do, but she can't just muster the will to do any of them. The Key stopped singing a while ago and has returned to normal. It's strolling around the barrier area, satisfying its superficial curiosity by poking whatever piques its interest. I think I made a mistake. That's true. No, how could this be? This word, I've always like written peak with like the mountain peak. But this is the spelling. What have I done? That's embarrassing. I'll have to improve that. That's embarrassing. If Chibimuff wasn't a beast, then the Key too can't be a person. Yet Kotori is sacrificing everything to protect it. No, that's not right. Pero died because his lifespan came to an end. That was just natural. It didn't have anything to do with druids. To an extent, I'm sad and frustrated by that fact. It's like every piece is perfectly transparent, things get muddy when they're piled on top of each other, like cellophane. Like what now? Cellophane? Cellophane? It's a thin, transparent sheet made of regenerated cellulose. Cellulose. Yeah, it's like a material. Okay. Transparent sheet. That's cool. A tragedy that was more luck than fate. And as such, it doesn't have a simple solution. That's why some people just give up and shut themselves away from the world. I should say something that might help her out. I approached the working area. I think you'll have a little... I think you'll feel a little better if you at least try to move your hands. You didn't sleep much yesterday either, did you? Kotori's shoulders quake. Her right hand seizes a scalpel. There are vines, membranes, and organic-looking threads. They're probably parts of familiar. The sounds of her working push back the crushing silence. I mean, that's such a weird say to just say that. It's a weird way to say that she's making sound while she's working. The sounds she's making is pushing back the silence. So descriptive. I kind of like it though, but you gotta, I mean, I have to realize also what it actually is saying. I wonder what's going on outside. It'd be hard to come back if I stepped out. Suppressing my uneasiness, I sit myself down right here. There. I don't have the guts to go out scouting again. Nope. You would have... Oh, you almost lost your life. It's been silent since this morning. I wonder how many organizations are involved. The only part that's obvious is that some people are fighting summoners in the forests. And Imamiya being one of them. Being one of the former. Yeah. It would save us a bunch of trouble if they end up destroying each other. Yeah, true. I wonder how it would go if that really happened. It would probably be difficult. Kotori answers in a voice tinged with exhaustion, but it still makes me happy. All she has to do is acknowledge my existence, and I'll be ready to listen to any of her woes. I see, it's rough. I think I've exhausted all of my tricks for now. Maybe I should stay and train here for real. I could rewrite myself. But you don't seem to like that idea, so... it would probably be a different... I would probably be a different man if I managed to keep it up for over a month. But if I did, I would probably get at least 3 times stronger. Hey, do you have any strong familiars I can train with?
10倍強くなっても向こうの方がもっと強いよ。
You can become 10 times stronger, but it will mean nothing against them. That's one way to say you're weak. You're that strong? No, you're just weak.
人間は鍵を殺せるだけの力を持っちゃってる。その一部でしかない小太郎くんの力は到底あの人たちには通じない。
It's a tragedy. Humans possess enough strength to kill a key. I don't think your fragments of its power stands much of a chance against those kinds of people. Maybe it's because she's depressed, but Kotori doesn't seem to be choosing her words carefully at this point. Yeah.
でも心配いらないかも。
She's just being very direct with you and very honest. No point in throwing curveballs. But we might be worrying for nothing.
もうじき全部終わるかもしれないから。
Everything might end soon. What What do you mean?
鍵が歌い始めたら、それは印。
When the key starts singing, it's the sign of the end. Ah, the end of all things? The end of the world? I don't see her singing now.
地震に余震があるみたいに、歌にも予兆があるんだって。
The singing is an omen. Just like how there are sometimes small quakes before a major earthquake.
でも、鍵の傾向は、もう
I never really experienced an earthquake actually, so I can't really confirm that. But the key doesn't seem to be predisposed to singing at this moment. What happens when it finishes its song?
救済が起こる。
Salvation. Yeah. That's the word they've used here before. Ah, and when that happens, your job's gonna be done?
そうなるかな。
I hope so.
何もかもが終わりになると思う。
I think everything will end. That'll make it easier on you, right? Then what's the problem? You did your best. I know all about how much effort you put into this. Take it easy. I'll stick by your side to the end. I place a hand on her shoulder. No scene with that? No scene with hand on shoulder? Later that afternoon, Kotori suddenly wakes up from a nap, jumping on her feet. Oh! 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 Oh, sorry, I cannot do that sound. What's wrong? Did you have a bad dream?
眠れない。
I can't sleep.
何も準備できてない。
Nothing's ready.
時間足りない。終わらない。
I don't have time. Nothing's finished.
気になって眠れない。
Keeps bothering me. I can't sleep. Calm down. Kotori continues to ramble as though she's having a mental breakdown.
眠いの。頭ぼんやりするのに眠れないの。
I'm sleepy and I'm dizzy, but I just can't fall asleep.
気持ち悪いと仕事できない。
But I can't work when I feel so sick.
集中しないと魔物は作れないから。
I can't make more familiars if I can't concentrate.
でも寝れない。
But I can't sleep
仕事できない。
and I can't work.
頑張らないと。本当に全部なくしちゃう。頑張らないと。
I have to do better. I'll lose everything. If I don't do better,
頭ぼんやりしてても頑張らなきゃ。
I have to do this even though I'm dizzy. Kotori tries moving towards her work area after giving herself a motivational speech. Yeah, motivational speech. She's like, I'll lose everything if I don't do this. Motivational speech. I take her hand to stop her. You don't need to do it. Uwe? You don't need to do it. Skip work for today. Yes. Demo? It's alright. Just accept that you won't make it either way. You can't sleep? How about playing some cards? I'm good. Really? That's what it means? Eh? Eh? I'm good. Eh? Ah, actually, yeah. Eh? I'm good. I can see that. It's two eyes. E. We can do hide and seek or shiritori if you want. Humans can't do what they can't do. What if I Google EE? Sorry, II. But, you know, Japanese, so E. It means good. Alright, fine, no problem. Yeah. It actually means that. Okay. That's interesting. But, oh yeah, don't they like say stuff like "yo" sometimes? Maybe that's like, yeah, I'm good. Yo. I don't know. I can't really remember exactly what they say, but it feels familiar at least. Ah, losing strength, she crumples to the ground. This time she sleeps until evening. Oh, yeah, that's no. That is no. I see it now. That's what they say when they say no. Okay, good point. Sorry for that. Yeah. I mean, I can't pronounce things. I see it in front of me, and yeah, it makes sense even though I don't say it correctly. So don't pay attention to that. We eat dinner and then do nothing in particular. That's me IRL. We don't speak at all. Kotori is at her limit. Can I go with one more thing though? No, I cannot. My Google license has expired and I'm no longer allowed to Google words. Okay. Our situation is most likely hopeless. Kotori can see a future that I can't. Iyo is also a thing that Japanese people say. Okay, so it's actually a different thing. Iyo. Iye. I. You gotta be so careful when you say things in Japanese, because if you just change one letter, it's gonna change the entire word. Which, again, makes a lot of sense in all languages, not only Japanese. Oh, so I don't know why I'm bringing that up. Kotori can see a future that I can't. The next day, the situation changes. Rumbling sounds thunder through the forest. Whoa! I'm forcefully ripped from my sleep. It's early in the morning. I slept enough, so my head still feels clear. Kotori, is this... It looks like it's over. Kotori answers with a calm voice. Fireworks? She pointed at the sky toward the direction of the town. Gaudy? Gaudy. It's probably gaudy. Gaudy fireworks are coloring the sky. But that's not the cause of the sounds that woke me up. They'll continue until the Harvest Festival officially ends tonight. Is someone actually trying to mask gunfire with them? Who would do such a thing? Those that don't like the idea of being in a stalemate. The people that were hunting familiars in the forest. Those guys. I had assumed they were using weird powers instead of guns. But it probably only makes sense to utilize everything in their arsenal. I should have known. You're nearby. I'll check the barrier. Dash around and examine the edges. I don't even need to confirm all the spots. Kotori, a bunch of the carvings have shattered. The barrier's gone. Pressure was too strong. I guess this is checkmate then. Ah. We can't laugh at this. Kotori smiles like it has nothing to do with her. My back is covered in cold sweat. Let's run. Run? There's nowhere to go. Kotori looks distant, like failing her mission has also made her lose her motivation to live. This is it, huh? I wonder what I was doing this whole time. I wish I didn't know a secret like this. Oh. It actually sounded like she was inside my ears for a second. That... I'm so stupid. She hides her face in her hands. Kotori is breaking down. A sound reminiscent of knocking reverberates through the area and the ground below us explodes. I look up to find a man standing before me. He's holding something long and black. Okay, not get confused here. At first, I think he's holding some kind of musical instrument. That's the messenger. That's the messenger of the end. Oh, sorry, that the messenger of the end has appeared to play as a requiem. I instinctively stand in the trajectory of the invisible line between the rod and Kotori as the man raises it up. An explosive sound echoes. An impact like that of a baseball bat slams into my shoulder. I fall sideways, as though pushed aside. I touch my shoulder. Don't touch me there. And feel something wet at my fingertips. Blood. Mysteriously enough, it doesn't hurt. That's a gun, you idiots. We're students. Who on earth would shoot us on sight? Kotaro. Kotori's lifeless eyes suddenly refocus. She glares at the man approaching us with the rifle. The atmosphere shifts. A group of familiars jumps into the field we're in, modeled from wild boars. And not just those. All sorts of critters start appearing from all over. From within the shadows, from under the bushes, from the thick branches of the trees. An army of beasts. Birds and snakes made from flowers and vines. Hey, look at that thing. It's huge. A beast that looks like a wolf. A group of small mammoths like Chibimuff. But not Chibimuff. This is Kotori's personal army. The man with the gun freezes. He opens fire, but there's little he can do in the face of those numbers. The beasts rush at him from all sides. The man tries to escape by jumping to the treetops. A couple of familiars chase after him. Eventually, a cry reverberates amidst the trees. Is he dead? The thought makes me shiver. But I probably should have gone with the beasts to assist him. I can't let Kotori bear that sin alone. Kotaro, thank goodness, the bullet seems to have gone straight through. An awful wound is gaping on the opposite side of where I was shot. Kotori inspects it, in her face pale. Take it out. The thing that comes from your right hand. Aurora? You can use it to patch wounds. Really? Yeah, you've only been thinking of it using it to use it as a weapon, but apparently it has healing capabilities. I place my right hand over the wound and try summoning it. I let it flow inside the wound. And? Kotori touches it, and the pain slowly draws away. It really feels like she's casting healing magic on me. Well, she is a druid after all. Then she did dexterously makes a sling and sets my arm in it. Nice. Don't move it for 30 minutes. We should stabilize by then. Thanks. Damn, that was quite something. It's nothing. I mean, they're still in trouble, right? If that was one dude, then there could be more. Now that there's nothing to do again, Kotori once again sinks to the ground. We've got to run. I doubt that guy was acting alone. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It takes a while for her to reply. You can go by yourself, Kotaro. I've got to protect this place. That's suicide. You think so? I don't even know anymore. Come on, let's go back to the town for now. They won't be able to shoot their guns in the crowd. Our chances are probably close to 0. Nonetheless, I want to struggle to the very end. Yeah. Let's get supplies in town and then move towards the frames. Farms? Without using public transport. Kasamatsuri is surrounded by countless farms. They'll probably have a harder time tracking us if we don't use the trains. And our options will open up even further if we can just manage to get to the next town. I laid out my plan to Kotori. Is she gonna like that? Come on, Kotori. Doesn't seem like I'm getting anywhere. I forcefully take her hand. Take everything you think you'll need with you. Kotori moves toward her workspace with languid steps. That's a word. I pack my stuff as well, it takes no time at all. They probably already figured out who they are, but nonetheless, I use a lighter to burn everything that might give away our identities. Kotori returns with a bag. Have your familiars protect the power spot. Focus all your forces there. We can't take them to town with us anyway. Kotori nods, and all sorts of beasts begin appearing from the shrubbery. Even a giant wooden man lumbers towards us, its steps shaking the ground as it walks. That one's pretty impressive. He must have turned a 30-meter tall tree into a familiar. That's definitely the strongest of the Mukujin. He moves slowly, but it looks like it packs quite a punch. And it's not the only one. Kotori actually has multiple giants in her army. Have the big ones stand around it, forming a wall. Kotori positions her familiars like I recommended. Tell them to fend off anyone that tries to approach the power spot. Okay. An army of beasts line up in the open field. It looks like a scene from a fantasy movie. Alright, there's nothing else we can do. Let's go, Kotori, and don't forget to take the key with you. The sound of trees splitting approaches us quickly. Is it sad though that we gotta leave this place? This place has so much memories for us. And also a future. Past, present and future. But we're leaving it. Because we have to. It's an attack. Trees fall aside like sliding doors. The silhouette of a dinosaur peeks from the destruction. Run! I grab onto both of their hands and run in the opposite direction. I look back and see a giant wooden man getting helplessly crushed between the dinosaur's fangs. But those were our best units. Helplessly crushed? Not wasting any more time with gawking. I jump straight into the shrubbery. Shrubbery. I like that word. It's thoroughly coated in dew this early in the morning, but a thick mist is convenient for escaping. I could have dashed through this area in seconds, but I can't leave these two behind. Kotori quickly runs out of breath. I stop and make her drink some water from a canteen. We have that? The key looks fine. I guess physical limitations aren't a concern for it. After letting Kotori catch her breath, we resume moving. I can feel various presences from all over the area. I can't even tell if they belong to beasts or humans. Though it hardly matters when we're fighting against both. I suddenly sense a high-level threat from the field ahead of us. It seems both factions have unleashed an all-out attack against each other. But it only makes things more convenient for us. Now there's holes around the perimeter that we can slip through. I can't waste this chance. They open fire without saying a word. Both sides must be desperate. The time for questions or truce is long past.
止まれ。
Man, stop! A group of men suddenly appears in front of us. They're wearing masks, dressed like JSDF soldiers. Japanese Social Defense Forces. There it is. Japanese Social Defense Forces. What is the S actually for? I like the rest. Japanese Soldier Defense Forces soldiers. Oh, whatever. And armed with guns. Don't move. Self-defense? Japanese Self-Defense Forces. Okay, okay, it's a good guess, it's a good guess. Should we look up the actual answer to this, just to see who's right? JSDF. Japanese Self-Defense Forces. No! How did you know? Well done. 3 in total. One talks like while the other keep their guns pointed at us. Their gaze is emotionless. They're looking at us like we're not things. No, like we are things, not living beings.
天王寺小太郎と神戸小鳥だな。
Tenoji Kotaro and Kanbei Kotori, are you? Yes. They know about us after all.
拘束させてもらう。抵抗すれば処分する。
I'm going to have you apprehended. You'll be neutralized if you resist. We won't.
持ち物をそっと捨てろ。大きな動きをしたら撃つ。
Is this the end for us? This is the end for us. Any sudden movement and we'll open fire. I place my bag at my feet.
二人ともこの木に向かって立て。両手は
Both of you stand facing this tree and hold both of your hands. Doesn't look like they can see the key either. Yeah. Maybe it can save us. Or is it trusting it? Is trusting it too risky? Oh. I can't expect it to make carefully considered decisions. Perhaps it's for the best to just let them capture us. Get down. A barely audible whisper mingled with an exhaled breath. Only I'm close enough to hear it. Kotori and I duck at the same time. An enormous presence suddenly explodes behind us, and a destructive force passes overhead. Complete silence returns a few seconds later. I turn my head and see... Keisuke? Who are you? Oh, Chibimov's updated. Chibimov has been updated. It says... Totally unrelated, but I can't help but laugh imagining this thing sending one of the Yoshinos flying away. Why is this updated? It doesn't seem like it has added much. Okay. Wait, Keitaro? Was that on him? Keisuke? Oh. Wait, is he a monster? No. I can't see Keisuke here. But I might know him from earlier, somehow. Rikako. Wait, Rikako, that's her mother, no? Kotori's mother. Oh? What are you doing here? I thought you moved away and... The 3 men are lying on the ground. The splattered blood and twisted limbs stand as testament to the destruction that just swept through here. Judging from their moans, they're still alive, but Mr. Kanbei is carrying something like a golf bag on his shoulder. Mrs. Kanbei is holding a club seemingly carved from a large piece of wood. Looks like it's seen recent use. Blood oozes down its length. Why?
大丈夫かい二人とも
Are you two okay?
大丈夫ですか
Are you two alright?
大丈夫ですか大丈夫ですか大丈夫ですか大丈夫ですか大丈夫ですか二人とも
She has a good voice though, let's be honest here. Daijoubu desu ka? I can't say it like the way she does, but that's why I'm appreciating the way she says it.
大丈夫ですか二人とも
Are you two alright? She says. What's up with them? It all suddenly makes sense. How long? How long has it been like this? I look to Kotori. She's cast her gaze downward, making it possible to read her expression. Why didn't I notice earlier? Was it simply hidden against the backdrop of a normal life? Kotori's parents always had a reticent air about them, never talking more than necessary. To be fair, I didn't think that their parents would be special in any way. I just thought that the story didn't want to include them, so like, yeah, they're their way. I didn't think, oh, they would come back and be important characters. It was more like, they're probably not important in the first place. But yeah, we have the Kako here, and then I don't know where the other guy is. But, I guess I'm better friends with Rikako. Always extras at the back of the stage, acting like almost calculated humanity. I've learned that all people are individuals. The understanding father. A well-bred, elegant mother. I never doubted that impression, averting my eyes from the real truth. How long have they been like this? When did you turn them into familiars? Wait, what? You're dead?
子供の頃からだよ。
It happened back when I still was a child. Did you do that to them?
そうだよ。
Huh? They're familiars? But they were talking to us. Familiars can't talk, right? She used to be a tsundere, currently madly in love with her husband. Really? When did you turn them into familiars, dude? That's crazy though, what a reveal. This music doesn't fit the scene at all. It should be like a really scary, eerie soundtrack. That's right. Kotori has tensed up, like a child talking back.
ペロと一緒だよ。
It's the same thing I did with Pero.
死んだから利用してるだけ。
I used their bodies after they no longer needed them.
親がいないとこの土地にいられないから。
I wouldn't have been able to remain here without parents.
魔物にしてずっと演じさせてたんだよ。
I turned them into familiars and had them fulfill their duties as my guardians.
それがどうかした？
Is there a problem with that? Are you kidding me? What does she think about her parents? Is this how you pay respect to their bodies? But those words vanish into thin air the moment I see Kotori shivering up and biting her lip. A fire lights up in my chest. I embrace her trembling shoulders. I don't care about ethics or morality anymore. I understand. You don't need to explain. How much can you control them?
武器があれば戦えて、あと生前やったことのある行動なら記憶を参照して実行できる。
They can fight if they have weapons, and they can do simple things they used to do when they were alive if I make them reference their dormant memories.
会話は日常生活レベルで、 相手に合わせられるくらい。
I can have them follow along with a simple conversation.
ペロみたいに姿をごまかす能力はない。
They don't have camouflage powers like Pero. I see. Where have they been all this time, though? I don't know how to react in a way that wouldn't be disrespectful. My only option is to accept it as this. Let's go. I hesitate, wondering if it might be a good idea to take their guns. Maybe. I probably couldn't do much with them without proper training, though. I feel like I can see myself shooting them, but those are probably the naive ideas of an amateur. Instead, I break them. The pistols are a bit too difficult for me, so I pass them to the key to destroy them if it's ribbon. I highly doubt they'll follow us in the state they're in regardless. I'm sorry, but I can't treat your wounds. Oh, they're still alive. I won't kill you, so survive if you can. You got nowhere to run. The man squeezes out the line despite lying prone on the ground. A bone is peeking out from his broken leg. This one won't be chasing us for sure. There's nowhere to run. I take that to mean that you've got more people in the forest. I don't think it's very smart to leak that kind of information. Well, we've got no choice but to run anyway. Our group has gotten larger, but having adults on our side is reassuring. Mr. Kanbe picks Kotori up, helping increase our movement speed significantly. Okay. The key possesses top-notch physical abilities, so you can easily keep up, as long as I'm holding its hand to direct it. I see. And so we spent almost an hour traversing the forest. Okay, we didn't run into anyone? We good? We got out? Until we finally emerge at the boundary of the city. We're somewhere in the park. I can see tents and pavilions. I don't know. It's hard. In the distance. And some people too. We move quickly and blend into the crowd so we don't stand out. Most people we pass look like they're on a morning walk. They're probably staying in hotels around the area. We need cash. Our escape funds. Banks are closed. We can probably use the convenience store ATMs. My parents wire me living expenses every month. It's not exactly a fortune, but at least we won't need to worry about food for the time being. Kotori silently pulls out a stack of bills. Where'd you get all that money? My living expenses look like a pocket change compared to that. Guess I don't even need to waste time withdrawing money. I'm suddenly feeling like some kind of gigolo. I'll use it with gratitude. Anyway, let me get everything we need real quick. Mr. Kanbe, can you drive? Considering last year's achievements of the driving forces in our politics, I was asking if you have got a driver's license. I do have a driver's license. Ah, so that's the real reason behind Mr. Kanbe's famous airheaded joke routine. He reacts to words like some kind of encyclopedia program. Yeah, I know people who do these things. There's no fault there. It's just a set of pre-programmed reactions. Kinda makes me sad. It's a bad idea. Driving is too difficult. Do they even have a car? We can't rent a car then. Oh, they were gonna do that, okay. So we probably couldn't have gotten one anyway with this level of congestion. No, congestion is what it says. Well, thinking about it is a waste of time at this point. What are our other options? A taxi wouldn't work. They're too easy to track. Same for buses. Yeah. Besides, today's the last day of the Harvest Festival. We probably just end up stuck in traffic. Buses and trains with fixed stops won't work either. I think the only way... Okay. I think you have to ride a bicycle then. Okay. Can we use bicycles? They're all 5 of us together. Don't stand up too much, okay. No matter how hard I try, I can't come up with a better alternative than just walking. We could pretend to be a family. Using the crowds at the festival, we could slip out of town and... the plan comes together in my head. Okay, first, let's get the shopping out of the way. Wait here.
待って。一緒にいたい。
Wait, I want to be with you. Kotori tugs on my sleeve. Does that mean that you like to frolic with me? I need to learn what that means. It means play or move about in a cheerful or lively way. Lively movement or activity. Okay. Yes. I was trying to embarrass her, but I ended up blushing. But I ended up blushing instead? Okay. Oh, I see. Jolly, no, golly? I'm such a sinful man. Okay. You get burned if you get too close to me.
また変なこと言って。
You're talking weird again. I'm not flustered.
話の流れがつかめないよ。
I can't keep up with the conversation like this.
とにかく一緒に行動していたいんだけど。
Anyway, I'd like to act together if possible. Together forever? That sounds great. But, well... I'm happy you feel that way. But it will only take a moment. Oh. I release my hands from hers. Look after the key. Also, our houses are most likely marked, so don't go anywhere close to them.
早くね。
It's kind of weird how this turned out to be this way. It's kind of weird. Because it's like all of a sudden they just hunted us. I guess it's because of that guy. Mia, probably. Don't take too long. I get my business out of the way and quickly hurry back. Well then, all the supermarkets are closed on a day like this. I suppose I have no choice but to visit one of the convenience stores. I make a list of necessities in my mind. First is a change of clothes and food. I really want a warm meal for a change. That's not too difficult to find with all these stands operating during the festival. Then, do we need weapons? Do we? I'm not planning to fight. It might be convenient to have a knife, but it would suck to get arrested for possessing a weapon at this point. That would suck, yeah. I'll trust the one I already have, especially since it's easy to conceal. Medicine could be useful, but I'm not sure if it's necessary with Kotori and her powers. There's surprisingly few things we actually need. I end up focusing mainly on food and clothes. Damn. I didn't think this through. The Harvest Festivals leaves convenience stores as empty as soccer match between two seeded teams. Hold on. The Harvest Festival leaves convenience stores as empty as a soccer match between two seeded teams. Well, a seeded team is a higher seed is better, right? So that should mean that it's not empty. Am I crazy? And aren't these two things different? Soccer match, not empty. Convenience store. Or do you mean as full? Yeah, maybe you leave it. The Harvest Festival leaves convenience stores as full as the soccer match between two seeded teams. I checked 6 stores, but all of them were in the same state. I managed to buy some clothes, but they're mainly plain white shirts. These kinds of stores generally don't have much outside of underwear. At least there's a lot of stalls open. I've heard that some of them actually operate through the night. Let's check if to see if they have anything I need. This looks like a good place. The original sausage shop. Smooch Lingen. What? It looks like a place designed for couples. And despite calling itself a shop, it's only a single tent. But I have to bear the embarrassing name for now and step in. I couldn't find any other stands that offered takeout and were open all night. Kotori's parents and the key don't need food. So I only need to get enough for us two. 2 meaty dogs, 2 chili dogs, 4 German dogs, and 2 salad packs. For drinks, hot coffee, can you fill up this vacuum flask? I bought the latter at the convenience store earlier. I end up unwrapping it right on the counter. They're probably selling stuff like this because it's a festival. The girl standing in front of the counter kind of looks kind of familiar. She might be a first year at our school. The girls snicker at the size of my order. Well, that's embarrassing. But you can order big for many people. You don't need to pretend that you're gonna eat all of it yourself. Not like I have a reason to care anymore. My whole life is in a state of emergency, you fiends. 2 liters would mean 12 or 13 cups, I think. Oh. It's less than 2 deciliters per cup. That's not much at all. Yeah, let's go with that. Also, do you have any food that can stay good for a while? 3 girls on the other side of the counter chuckle. I must be quite a gluttonous character in the universe. Why is the manager here? Did I order too much? For a while, it's recommended to eat the dogs by the end of the day. It doesn't have to be cooked. Like bread, you mean? Would you sell some to me? It's not on the menu, but I suppose we can sell you hot dog buns. Please. Oh, that solves our food troubles for the time being. Yeah, I know the buns, I mean, they last for a while if you just freeze them, but they're not gonna be able to freeze them. I fiddle with my phone. The amount of people in the area must be interfering with the signal. I can't get through. Tourist is here. This is ridiculous. Huh? The call is blocked. Come on, I've been trying to call for hours. The signal is unstable. The cell towers can't handle the strain of so many people using their phones in the same place. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised with this kind of crowd. I have to find Kotori right away. Oh, music starts popping. Let's see what happens. I spot someone who reminds me of the MIBs. Oh, in the direction of that I'm headed in. MIBs stand for Men in Black. We want to avoid those people because they were really scary. Mysterious people who probably after us. It's only a small detail, but the way they're walking is kind of strange. Their superhuman physical aptitude emanates from their very motion. It's probably one of the same people that was hunting monsters in the forest. The bastards that possess superior strength and other special powers. They act in an organized manner, sometimes carry firearms, and, from what I've already experienced firsthand, don't hesitate to kill. They're probably looking for the key, and Kotori and I are witnesses, as far as they're concerned. I give up on the alleyway and circle around, running into a crowd of tourists. Damn, I'll get stuck in human traffic here. I could climb a building if there weren't so many witnesses around, but... Isn't that him? They found me. Uh-oh. People have an uncanny ability to catch words concerning themselves, even in noisiest of places. He's standing at a distance, but it looks like the same guy from earlier. He points at me while evidently speaking to another of his kind. I briefly panic, but I quickly realize that there's no way for them to get to me in this crowd. I have to escape from this congestion before they do. Is that a word I also should learn? Congestion? A situation in which a place is too blocked or crowded, causing difficulties. Again, that's a good word. I guess I don't need to worry about backup. Alright. Yeah, there's a homosexual molester here. Why does it matter if he's homosexual? There's a molester here, you could have said. But fine. There's a homosexual molester here. The crowd instantly parts, with men in a particular hurry to get away from me. The trick works even in a train packed like sardines, if you have the guts to use it. I see. You scream that, and all the guys will run away from you, because they don't want to be associated with being a molester. Okay. I slip through the path that opens before me. Thank goodness, my phone wasn't working, so Kotori and the others are safe. I joined them, and acting as a tourist family, we moved to a less congested area. In the end, our only option is walking. I walk 1,000 miles. And so we walk and walk. Dude, we didn't even do a break. Holy. Away from both the city and any train tracks. I was gonna say train tickets, but no. A golden sea of autumn crops extending to the horizon. Truly magnificent sight that reminds me of foreign movies. Yeah, this is kinda nice. I dig this. This place is amazing. Yeah. There's nothing left for us here. We're trying to escape somewhere away from human eyes. Even in the luckiest of circumstances, what awaits us is a life of seclusion. Let's go. We walk. Across the golden fields. How far have they gone? Or we gone? I checked my phone to confirm the time, but it's only displaying a black screen. It's out of battery. How about yours? Kotori shakes her head. It seems like we've lost our last remnants of modern civilization. It's like the signal would reach... No, sorry. Not like the signal would reach a place like this anyway. Do you know what time it is? I don't have a watch. I see. I feel like we've been walking for a while, but I'm a little bothered by the fact that the scenery and the sun in the sky don't seem to be changing. Yeah, well, look at this. This doesn't feel right. Is it not right? At least the key is calm and obedient. We continue walking. No one speaks. Neither Kotori, nor I, nor the key. There's nothing to talk about. This is just how it is when we don't feel like joking around. It makes me think of ages long past. Entire families walked across continents just like this in ancient times. It's almost like we're wandering through a fever dream. The sunlight is neither hot nor cold. The endless golden crops glitter, filling the world with a mysterious glow. I feel like we're heading straight to the world of gods or something. Sensation in my fingertips seems dulled, making it feel like everything that's happened up to this point is barely consequential. My stomach rumbles. Hunger snaps my consciousness back to reality. That's right, we still haven't eaten. Let's take a break. I think it's around noon. Kotori points ahead of us. There's a hut there. It looks like a storeroom for farming tools. It's built from wood, but it's barely holding together at this point. Also, look at this scene though. Look at that. It's so yellow. It's very yellow. The thin walls look like they'd give out instantly under a strong gust of wind. That said, it's more than enough for a temporary camp. It's a bit warm.
食欲ない。
I'm not hungry. You should have something at least. I hand her a hot dog and a boxed salad. And then fill the vacuum flask lid and cup with coffee and syrup. Oh. I got a lot of syrup. It should keep our energy levels up while we walk. I stick a cup in Kotori's hands as she slides down to the floor. Oh. Another picture though. We're getting so many like arts pictures. Swing. But yeah, maybe let's see. What's the time here? What are we working with? It's been 2 hours, but you wanna go a little bit longer maybe? Yeah, we can do a bit longer. Not much longer though. Sad girl hours. Yeah, that's the time. A dry exhaustion similar to how you feel after a long night of crying seems to be encompassing her. Encompassing is how it's said. I know that. Encompassing her. Come on. Urged on by my words, Kotori takes a little sip. Hopefully she'll cheer up once she gets some more sugar into her system. I'll take a bite out of the chili dog. I'm glad my appetite has remained intact at least. It's good. Okay, nice. I like them spicy. Once I finish gobbling them both down, I turn to the salad. Meow! It's Alice. Hello, welcome back. You're finishing up here on the stream, so yeah, you're approaching the end of the stream. Not the game. The game is very much alive. After devouring it like a ravenous caterpillar and drinking 2 cups of coffee, I finally feel alive again. Jokes on you, I was here the entire time? Yeah, maybe. It's not something I would know. Because if I knew that would just be strange, I think. Today you've been relegated to the 2nd monitor. Oh. Wait, you have 2 monitors? You have 2 monitors. Say that again. Tell me again that you have 2 monitors, eh? Kotori hasn't taken a single bite and her coffee has cooled down. Say that again, that again. Do you really have 2 monitors? Because I don't think you do. Ever since we left the forest, or maybe even slightly before that, Kotori has been lacking any resemblance of her former spirits. She looks like a mother drained after giving birth. I mean, that's such a weird description of someone, though. She's, again, she's like 16, 17, we said. And you want to describe her as a mother drained after giving birth. I don't like that description, though. I don't. You're wrong, Stein. I have pictures of old Polish passenger train cars on the first one. I mean, sure. But is that actually on the monitor? Or are you looking from a photo book? Physical photo book? I didn't know you had two monitors. Okay. Maybe like an old woman just before death. Wow, that's again also a very rough description. Meanwhile, the key is staring at a single point on the wall, motionless like a mannequin. It can probably remain like that for hours. Kotori's parents are sitting without making any unnecessary movements as well. Why would I own a physical photo book with pictures of train cars? I don't know. But I'm thinking of alternatives, because if you say that you have a monitor with pictures of old Polish passenger train cars, then I'm just surprised, really. For two reasons. And yeah. So it's still hard for me to process that fact. I understand on a logical level, but not emotionally. Hey, those two. You don't need to treat them like humans. They're familiars. Kotori seems to have long accepted that fact. But I'm uncertain. So, when did they pass away? When I was still a child. Was it before you became a druid, or after? Right before. Did they die together? Car accidents. Encouraged after multiple questions, Kotori finally starts talking unprompted. It was raining. I was feeling drowsy in the back seat while we were traveling down on a mountain, road. I almost fell asleep, but I forced myself to stay up since I liked the scenery outside the window. Dad was driving while Mom was sitting in the passenger seat. I think the car slipped or something. It ran straight into the guardrail around the curve. Before I realized it, it was flying through the air. Through the air? I wanted to listen in silence, but I couldn't hold myself back. The car suddenly stopped, and so all three of us ended up propelled through the front window. There was a cliff beyond the curve, and we were suddenly falling from very high up. It's absolutely horrifying. I don't know what to say. I was lying in the back, so if the seat's in the way, I ended up flying a bit later, I think. First thing I remember is the silhouettes of my mom and dad flying far away from me. I chuckled. It felt like a scene from a fantasy
メ
movie.
アリー・ポピンズとかあんなの。
Mary Poppins?
メアリー・ポピンズとかあ
Or
んなの。
something.
でも下を見ると森が見えて
But when I looked down, there was a forest
何
and
も考えられなかった。怖いとさえ思わなかった。冗談めいてたから。
Mary Poppins, yeah. I couldn't think of anything. There wasn't even time to be afraid. The whole situation was just too
お
unbelievable.
父さんたちが遠くの空に行っちゃう。そんな不安だけだった。
Just remember being worried that my parents would fly into the sky without me.
で、気がついたら私は森に転がってた。
Then, when I came to, I realized I was lying in the
今
forest.
思うとあれは奇跡だったんだろうなって思う。
Nothing short of a
大
miracle.
きな怪我もしてなかった。
I wasn't even seriously hurt.
多分枝とかに引っかかってそれでうまく落ちたんじゃないかな。
Probably got tangled in some branches, which cushioned my fall.
私は森で二人を探した。
I looked through the forest for them.
長いこと歩いてやっと見つけたけど、二人はもう形もわかんなくなっちゃってた。
I walked for a long time, and when I finally found them, they didn't even look humans anymore.
怖かった。
I was scared.
私お母さんにすがりつくこともできなかった。
Couldn't even touch my mom. I didn't even know where her face was.
だから
I ran.
逃げちゃった。めちゃくちゃ歩いて疲れ果てて
I walked to the brink of
気
exhaustion.
がついたら宿り木が手に絡みついてた。
And then I suddenly found an epiphyte coiling around my hand. I remember now. Come on. It would be the fourth time I googled this word in 2 streams, if I don't remember what it was. Epiphyte, yeah, epiphytes were like organisms that live on other organisms, but not in a parasitic way.
その宿り木がね、魔物だったの。
It was a familiar. Huh? Is that how it works?
シビモスみたいな魔物じゃなくて、素質のある人間に知識と力を与える。
It
そう
wasn't
いうの。
It wasn't a moving familiar like Chimov. Instead, it was designed solely to grant knowledge to those with aptitude.
私にはその素質があったみたい。
And it seemed like I had it.
宿り木は死者でも生き返らせる力をくれるって言ってた。
The mistletoe promised me the power to resurrect the
た
dead.
だし、鍵に一生使えるって条件だったけど。
But in exchange, I had to serve the key for the rest of my
あ
life.
とはわかるよね。
And I think you know the rest. It wasn't true resurrection, was it? Kotori nods.
昔の人はあれが蘇生だって受け入れていたみたい。
Seems that people in the past accepted it as a kind of resurrection. It makes a lot of sense then as to why she doesn't feel like Chibimov was a he or like a being, but just referred as an it instead. Yeah. It makes a lot of sense.
光栄なことでもあるって思ってたんじゃないかな。
They might have even thought it was glorious.
強くなるし、おしゃべりしなくなるし、忠実になるし。
And those who were resurrected became stronger, stopped talking, and became loyal at the end.
何が福
Good
音
end.
の奇跡だい。
So much for a divine miracle, huh?
こんなの
More like a curse.
呪いだよね。
Oh. Her tone wavers with the last sentence. Dude, this game is making me take all the kinds of sad pictures. I don't know if I took the one from last week though, did I? No, I did. Pain. She sniffles. That sounds like quite a story. She's had to control the bodies of her parents and perform a druid's duties since she was a child. With no one to console her, she grew up completely by herself. And Pero was like that too.
ペロの時はもう割り切ってたし、
I was
僕に
already
は辛くなかったよ。
prepared for it in Pero's case, so it wasn't that bad.
物は生きてない。心なんてないって宿り木の記憶にもあったし。
Mistletoe told me that familiars weren't alive, that they weren't sentient.
だから道具だって。これは道具だって。
They were tools, I just had to think of them as tools. She probably wouldn't be able to sustain herself if she didn't think that way.
死んだ直後なら臓器の一部だけを魔物化することで疑似的な蘇生を成立させることができるかもって考えたの。
I was wondering if you could actually achieve something like resurrection by turning a dying person's vitals, organs, into familiars to sustain their body.
私はその方法をずっと研究してきた。
I've been researching ways to do it. You succeed?
ううん、
No.
ただの魔物になっちゃった。
All of my samples turned into mindless beasts, just like the other familiars. See, is there no way to preserve the mind of in the process?
私の知る限りない。
Not that I've found.
長く生きた魔物の中には稀に魂のようなものが宿ることがあるみたい。
I've heard that there are times when familiars that live for a very long time develop something like a mind,
でもとても珍しいことでめったに起こらない。
but that's extremely rare. It almost never happens. I see. That answers a lot of questions. The weird distance I sometimes felt from Kotori. That was because her heart was always alone. Can I let it get to my head a little? Hmm? I'm thinking that you kept going to high school just because I was there. Am I wrong?
合ってるよ。
You're correct. Oh? Kept going to high school just because he was there?
楽しかった。
It was fun.
小太郎くんと遊んでる時だけ
I managed to forget
いろんなことを忘れた。
forget everything when I was hanging around with you.
だって大好きなんだもん。
What? Because I truly loved you from the bottom of my heart. Thank goodness. I finally managed to pull out her real feelings. I'm more relieved than happy. I'm satisfied. It doesn't matter in the end if the end comes tomorrow. That's just how fulfilled I feel. Yeah, but maybe now is not the time to think like that. Thank God I managed to pull out... No, I didn't say that, right? I managed to pull out her real feelings. No, I finally managed to pull out... Oh yeah. Okay. I guess that sounds bad. Yeah, you're right, sorry. I mean, I'm not gonna say sorry, it's the game's fault, I'm just reading, but... Why am I apologizing on the behalf of the game? A question I still don't have an answer to. I suppress my instinct to embrace her and formulate my last question. I've got to confirm something. I smell at her, praying deep in my heart. God, please don't make Kotori's fate any more cruel. Kotori. I'm not a familiar, am I? Feels like a question melts into the air and disappears. But I wait.
わからない。
I don't know. That's the final piece of Kotori's cruel life.
鍵が初めて現れた時、私は出迎えに行った。
When the key first appeared, I went out to meet
同
it.
じ時、小太郎くんも偶然森に来ていた。
By some coincidence, we were in the forest at the same time.
覚えてない？女の子が登った木から降りられなくなったことがあって。
Do you remember a girl that couldn't climb down a tree? Ah, yeah, that happened.
どういう経緯かはわからない。当時、小太郎くんは探偵ごっこみたいなことをよくしてた。
I don't know the details, but you were pretending to be a detective and investigating something at the time. A detective? I feel like that happened
この
too.
子を助けようとした小太郎くんは、鍵と出くわした。
You ended up running straight into the key when you tried saving that girl.
現場はひどいありさまだったよ。
It was awful.
女の子は意識がなかっただけだったけど。
The girl simply lost.
君
The
は
girl simply
瀕
lost.
死だった
Oh, sorry. I'll
女
redo
の
it.
子は意識がなかっただけだったけど。小太郎くんは瀕死だった。
The girl simply lost consciousness, but you were in critical condition. And you treated me, right? Yeah.
その後は頭の怪我もあったし、入院してもらって。知っての通りだよ。
You hit your head, so you ended up hospitalized for a while. And the rest is as you know. I'm here. I have a mind of my own.
お父さんたちとは違って、小太郎くんは話すし、判断もできる。
Like my parents, you talk and make your own
で
decisions.
も、それも私の願望じゃないって言い切ることはできない。
Demo, I can't be sure that that isn't merely something I'm wishing for too.
無意識に操っているのかもしれない。
I might be making you act this way subconsciously.
元の小太郎くんはもういないのかも。
The original Kotori might be gone. No, that couldn't be. They're vague. But I have memories of that, my childhood and so on.
同じ脳を参照してるから、記憶の有無は当てにならない。
Like reverse Atri? It's quite interesting how this turned out. I didn't expect him to question that. To ask that question, I mean. I'm not familiar, am I? Because I never really thought of that to be the case either. But Kotori doesn't truly know. Using the same brains, memories don't really prove anything.
でも考えたくない。
But I don't want to think about it. Kotori clings to me, her eyes frantic.
もし小太郎くんが私の願望の発露でしかなかったら、
If you were just a reflection of my subconscious desire,
もう頑張れない。
I probably wouldn't be able to keep going.
でもそのことを証明なんてしたくない。
I don't want to test it. I'm happy like this.
このまま終わりたい。
I'm happy to have things end this way. Stop it, don't give up.
でもさ、
But, please. I tightly embrace her shoulders, causing her to fall silent. Kotori leans her head against my chest. Let's at least try to live for a while, alright? Her eyes... No. Her head... Her eyes? I don't know. Her head slightly moves up and down. He's singing it again. He begins to sing in a barely audible voice. In modern music terms, it's just a note. It only lasts for a moment, but it renders us both speechless. Seems we're terrified of that song at an instinctual level. I wonder why. Kotori stands up, and then retrieves something that looks like a long stick from Mr. Kanbe's stuff. Ah, I seem to make some connection here between what they're saying and the things I remember from the anime. It's a bit chilling, but it's not, you know, any major plot device. It's more so something I remember. Yeah, a stick. It's a hunting rifle. As I stare at it, startled by the sudden appearance of a weapon, Kotori points it at the key. Wait. It requires quite a bit of courage to touch that long barrel.
殺さなきゃ。
I've got to kill it. Hey, don't suddenly go nuts on me. I thought we were supposed to protect it.
守る。そう。守ろうとした。
Protect. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
救済が起こったら、鍵はどうなると思う？
What do you think will happen to the key once salvation occurs? It's gonna upset the very foundations of our society, right? But it's the planet. It's the planet's tried and true system. So suddenly, I feel a dangerous presence from outside. Can I have that gun? I take the hunting rifle and place it on the desk. Then I peek outside using a reflection of a broken piece of glass. A band of black hounds is surrounding the shack. We're surrounded. Luckily, there's no monster hunters in sight. That said, black hounds are a threat in their own right. I had trouble fighting a single one. With numbers like that, shack isn't something we could fortify and defend either. I guess we got no choice. Our only chance of survival might be kicking their ass. Can I use the hunting rifle to my advantage? I'm not confident I can utilize a weapon I've never touched before in a real life battle. In which case, there's only one thing to do for me. An explosive noise reverberates through the room. Mrs. Kanbei is holding an enormous chainsaw she must have retrieved from her carrying case. It's running on its own engine, and it's definitely larger than any normal woman could have wielded. Yet, Mr. Kanbei is holding it like it's nothing. Oh, guys, you remember that anime actually, with the chainsaw girl? I'm not talking about Chainsaw Man, but you know, the old one. Bum bum.
I'm tall when I'm young, and I'm short when I'm old. What am I?
It's Chaos G Epex. Hello, welcome. To answer your riddle though, that has to be a like a match, right? That you light on fire. Has to be that. No, I guess. Nah, it has to be a match. A candle? Yeah, a candle match. I'll take the win on that. It's the same principle. Thanks for subscribing again though. 19 months, heck yeah. We're rounding up the stream here. Very close to ending. And later on, probably gonna watch the world first race in Firelands. If that's still a thing, I hope it is, because you know, it'll be kind of fun. I thought this was family friendly. Yeah, but I cannot be responsible for what you guys type. But I'm not gonna say things out loud that are not family friendly. This is like a PG-13 stream, but it's only for PG-18 people. Which is a bit weird. Yeah, it's family friendly, but you're not allowed to watch the stream unless you're 18+. Right. Going back to the game. That's what you were making them carry. Rikaku. I don't mind a little talk about that. Late nights are proof. LKS usually draws the approval of other people. It seems like they're not programmed to respond to anything other than normal daily conversation. Mr. Kanbe stands up. He then rummages through his long, narrow bag. They're not moving by themselves. Kotori is ordering them around. Hey! No, you can't use your power here. You stop being human. Please remain as you were. Don't change anything. Even you end up losing your mind, I'll... You being the way you are, is the only thing keeping me together. You want to make those two fight in my place. They're just familiars in the end. Yeah, but is this gonna be the end then of her parents as well? There's nothing to be sad about. You're just like Pero. It's nothing. Don't need to feel sympathy for them. My sadness ran out ages ago. I see. What else can I say? I can't think of anything. Let's send them out first, and then we'll slip out in the confusion. We'll run while they keep their hounds busy. Okay. Then we're sacrificing the familiars. We could really use them because they're strong. It means abandoning the two of them. They may just be empty husks, but they're still the bodies of her parents that she kept preserved for years. Should I call them corpses? Is there anything to even feel sentimental towards? No way.
おい
Oh yeah, the father, Keisuke. Mr. Kanbe scratches his head.
何かしらあなた。
What is it, dear? Mrs. Kanbe answers in a gentle voice. Kotori drops her bag. Something impossible is happening.
私の銃はどこにあったかな。あれはロッカーに保管してないとまずいんだよ。
Where do you put my gun? It's not a good idea to take it out to the locker.
最近は猟友会も厳格化が進んでいるんだからね。
Hunting regulations have been growing more strict lately.
バカねあなた。机の上にあるじゃない。
Oh, you big oaf. It's right there on the desk.
おお、本当だ。
Toda. Oh, oh, oh. Mr. Kanbe picks up his hunting rifle.
これがあれば家族を守れる。
Dude, another photo? Probably the last time you're gonna see your parents then. We didn't get to see much of them, but they saved our lives. They did. I can protect my family as long as I have this.
そうねあなた。
That's certainly true. Let us go.
そうしよ
But I'm not your family though. Like, I need you to protect me, but I'm not your family. Kill the dogs. The husband and wife step outside as though they're going shopping. That's though they're going shopping, and you hear like chainsaw sounds and gunshots, gunfire. The sharp sounds of gunshots and the rumbling of the chainsaw soon follow. No way. That conversation, was it just an illusion? A bug in the system? A reflex ingrained in their bodies. For just a moment, it seemed like they returned to their normal selves. Kotori, we've got to go. The key too.
だってそんなことないって宿り際。
But the mistletoe said... Pull the two of them outside. Avoid looking at the battle as much as I can. I break into the dash, weaving through the gaps in the familiars, rushing at Mr. and Mrs. Kanbe. I can still hear gunshots and the rumbling of an engine behind me. And then the sounds of fangs digging into the flesh. I won't look back. I really liked Mr. and Mrs. Kanbe. They were the kind of adults I could have found common ground with, even if they weren't Kotori's parents. But I won't look back. Oh, the key is talking. Well. He is laughing. I glance back at the owner of the of one of the hands I'm pulling and find the key laughing. Laughing like it's having the time of his life. The other girl you're pulling is not having the best time of her life. I continue pulling Kotori along. It'll be the end of everything if I let her go back. I alone focus solely on the road ahead. He laughs. Kotori cries. I feel like I'm going mad. The sounds of battle have long drawn distant. Kotori is still sobbing.
反射なんだ。
It was just a reflex. Yeah.
生前の記憶の反射。
The reflection of a memory from when they were still alive.
それだけなんだよ。
That's all. Yeah.
魔物化したら心なんてないんだから。
You lose your independent mind as soon as you become a familiar. Yeah.
絶対お父さんじゃないんだよ。
They definitely weren't my parents. Yeah. Tears are overflowing from my eyes. I dragged both of us forward, looking like a miserable wretch. Wretch? The tears are blocking my vision, making it difficult to walk. We have no supplies. We have no hope. Still, I advance forward, guided solely by my own conviction. Eventually, my tears stop. At this point, small talk isn't on the table. Neither is discussing anything sensible. That's what it means to walk the path of your own destruction. And as we advance a bit further, a shack appears before us. Don't mess with us. This is impossible. Are you screwing with me? Are you mocking me? I scream to the heavens. Could I actually be directing my complaints to the earth? The shack looks identical to the one we camped at before. It's impossible. There are times when people accidentally circle around despite thinking they're heading forward. But it's still impossible to end up in the exact place that you started. There's no bodies nor any other kind of gore in the surrounding area. There's no signs of combat at all. But I can't quite assume it's a different place. I don't know, this is such a weird place. It seems like the shack is like placed there just to bait you. And will summon enemies again if you go in. Familiars turn into dust when they die. It's like they're absorbed by the laws of time, erased from his existence. Try to open the shack's door. Mr. and Mrs. Canby aren't there. I might have been fooled if the illusion was perfect. I could have believed it was another place that merely looked identical. The gear we forgot in our hurry to escape wasn't resting where we left it. We'd probably long gone insane. I thought I did my best. I thought I did everything to avoid the worst possible end. But a human's mind is helpless before the cruelty of reality. While I stand there with my thoughts in ruins, Key begins singing again. The sound grates on my mind. 5 tones this time. Stop it. 3. Told you to stop it. I grab its shoulders, shaking it. 3. What the hell is your goal? What do you want to do? All of this happened because we were protecting you, because people were after you. Take responsibility and at least look sorry. A single black hound appears at the back of the shack. Probably one of the few that survived the battle. Bear-like muscles cover its body. Black hounds aren't all completely identical. And this one definitely looks like the strongest of the bunch. I see. I deploy my Aurora and form a wrist blade. That's just how it is. Black hound darts forward. I hold my glimmering blade sideways. Go to hell! I can't even remember how I fought. Looking at the result, I guess I won. My left hand looks like it was served as dinner for hundreds of starving rats. More like bloody minced meat than a part of a human body. Is it really that bad? It doesn't hurt, I don't feel anything. The Black Hound and I were evenly matched. The only thing I vaguely remember is that it exploded when it drew its last breath. The idea seems to have been a gift of shrapnel to whoever happened to kill their familiar. Ah. That's the reason the place currently stinks like sulfur. There were a bunch of these black hounds at the beginning. But it seems like Mr. and Mrs. Canby had successfully taken care of most of them. Meanwhile, I almost ended up in a draw against a single beast. A conclusion fitting for my mediocre nature. I chuckled to myself. The key is still on singing. It doesn't look like it's planning to stop anymore. The key, its song. Salvation. The adrenaline wears off and my left hand begins hurting. But I have no time to patch myself up. Let's go. 6 notes. Key has changed. Is it really still the same being? It looks physically different. His legs have dug into the ground like the roots of a tree. We won't be able to move like this. He's actually trying to become a tree. 5. Just what are you? The sound of its songs intuitively makes me anxious. Feels like it's gently trying to decompose everything that exists. That's not good. I have to kill it. I have to kill the key before it's too late. It feels like the voice is reverberating in my very genes. All my primal instincts are marking the key as the ultimate threat. That said, Kotori.
小太郎くん、
Kotaro? Kotori is holding a shotgun in her arms. I'm pretty sure she just randomly found it in the field.
お願い。
Please,
これからすること。
don't look at what I'm going to
見
do.
ないで。
I admit that the key might not be the most beneficial thing to us as members of mankind. But are you sure you can kill something you've been protecting for years? Can your heart handle that?
とっくに限界だよ。
It's long past its limit anyway. Kotori gives me a self-deprecating smile and begins talking.
本来、魔物は契約者の寿命と引き換えに活動するの。
Normally, familiars function by utilizing the life energy of their
強い
contractor.
魔物ほど膨大な時間を吸い取る。
Stronger the beast, the more the more time it will suck out of your life.
宿り木の魔物使いたちが編み出した禁断の技術は
But forbidden technique discovered by those who designed the
風
mistletoe.
の参道パワースポットから地球の生命力を吸い出して
They learned how
支
to
払いに当てることができる。
they learned how to siphon energy from the power spot, the key's birth canal. Could it be that I too? Kotori nods. But then, if the key dies,
どうなると思う？
what do you think will happen?
私の刺激する魔物すべての生命力が一瞬で枯渇することになる。
I can absorb the life force of every familiar in my arsenal and reduce them to dust with a single snap of my fingers. See, I might end up wasting away if I actually turned out to be a familiar. Just like unplugging an electrical appliance.
でも唯一消息不明の場合
But if it instead ends up missing and untraceable, in event that the planet can't confirm whether the key is living or dead, I quickly catch on to where this is going. Am I? Once the key dies, it decomposes, returning its life energy to the planet. It's sort of like how humans normally return to the Earth after death. Most likely how the planet confirms the key's death. Once that happens, the energy will probably stop being released from the power spot as well. However, if we somehow disrupt that process, for example, if we killed it in a small room made solely out of concrete, maybe Kotori could erect a barrier could cut off the signal to the planet.
すぐには星も鍵の死を判断できないから
It takes some time for the planet to process the key's death. Which means my life will last however long that takes. We'll avoid all risks if we ended up killing the key in a way that it couldn't return to planet. But if we let it do its thing, it will cause salvation. And who knows how all of our lives will change. Yeah, we don't know. That's just... everything will change, but we don't know how. I can't believe I found myself in this situation.
こんなに早く救済が起こるなんて
I didn't expect the salvation to start so soon. Maybe that's just how badly our planet is damaged at this moment.
だから
So,
見ないで
don't look. Kotori points the gun at the key. She had promised to protect it with her life. Yet, she's now going to break that vow. Whoa. No, wow? I don't know. Wow. It feels incredibly wrong. Yeah, that's because it is. I stand in front of the gun. I'll prove it to you.
証明
Prove what? That I'm not a familiar.
そんなの無理
That's impossible. You order your familiars around, right? If I really was one, I'd always follow your commands. In which case, all I have to do to prove it is to do the opposite.
私の願望
The opposite of what I want? I'm thinking of throwing everything down. As such, I'm going to make you pick. The toughest choice. Kotori gives me a smile through her
ま
tears.
だ苦しめてんの
Telling me to suffer even more? Yeah. Since I'm no familiar, I'm Tennoji Kotaro, the real thing.
そんなのわかんないじゃない。
You don't know that. I do.
ならどうして
Then why?
どうして性格が正反対になってるんだよ。
Why is your personality different from the original Kotaro?
小
That's...
太郎くんはそんな明るくなかった。
Kotori wasn't cheerful at all.
ネクラだった。愛想なしだった。冷たかった。
He was gloomy and cold. He didn't know how to express himself.
こっちも優しくなかった。
He wasn't nice at all.
私のこと
He ignored me.
無視した。助けてくれなかった。
And he didn't save me.
今のその性格自体が私の願望の証拠だよ。
Your current personality itself is the proof that you're affected by my subconscious
お
desires.
前は魔物だ。私が生み出した心の形をした
Kokoro,
魔物だ。
you're familiar. You're familiar that I modeled after my own heart.
本当の小太郎くんじゃない。
You aren't the real thing at all.
私は自分の欲望と
Fell in love with my own desires.
恋してたんだ。
Isn't that like a song name from Rewrites? Rewrite Desire. Yeah. Last Desire is actually a song name from Rewrites. Kotori. The key is nothing but a burden to you, isn't it? Your parents never really resurrected. It ended up injuring me, and it pretty much stole your life away. I think it's too much for you to handle.
違う。
No. You may break your contract and lose your powers if you kill it. But you could have easily let the others in pursuit take care of it. You must have considered that multiple times. You must have been quite torn. No. I'm gonna fight against your weakness. If your conviction is wavering, I'm gonna protect that key. To the very end. Your satisfaction after the cruelest of choices. Let's get to that point together. Stick my hand out to her. Kotori is dead silent. The gun has been pointing at the floor for a while now. Small hand grasps my fingertips. He looks like a small child tugging on an adult's sleeve. Holy. A new beast is standing within the golden fields. I mean, I guess it's technically art, so let's grab that. The dinosaur that I had seen in the forest. As far as I know, this is their trump card, their strongest force. But I'm not afraid anymore. My heart alone seems to have transcended to some other level. There's no way I can stand a chance against it with my current strength. I have to protect the key, fight, and maintain hope. The only way to avoid regrets, in the end, is to stay together with her. Tell me one last thing. Nani? What's this salvation? Will it make our world better?
破滅だ。
It's destruction. Oh. It's loud. Who said that?
破滅だ。
Where did that explosion come from?
鍵が
The key. A large hole has been opened in Key's chest. Look at that, Darcy's here. Hello, welcome. Get a compliment? I mean, I think that you speak perfect Swedish. I'm very proud of you. Amazing. Yeah, it's finishing up here on the stream. And in 1 hour is the raid to World First. Tack? Yes, exactly. Perfect Swedish. Ah, this is such an emotional moment in the story though. I played this game for maybe 70 hours now. And yeah, more than 70 hours, approaching 75. And wow, this is heavy. Isn't that Chizuru? Chizuru's here? She looks down at us through the scope of a giant rifle. Did she just shoot the key with that? The song goes out of sync. Let's go. You realize what happened, right? Shizuru killed the key. She did it. It's as if the crystal clear melody suddenly transformed into the static of a broken radio. It blurs and disintegrates. The key is withering. It's like I'm watching a sped up nature video. Irrevocably, it's wilting at an ungodly speed. Unable to watch, I embrace it. It's not breathing. I stopped reading after Shizuru, that's all I need to know. Oh, yeah. I don't think she's, well, we don't know what Shizuru, what her intentions are. But apparently she wanted to kill the key. Because she's implying that the salvation will bring down destruction. So, yeah, that's not good. This is, without a doubt, a lethal wound. Chizuru averts her eyes, turns around and walks away. Tyrannosaurus Rex turns as well, leaving only the quaking ground as he walks away. She, they, we. All three groups witness the end.
鍵死んじゃった。
Key died. Hey, this tune. I didn't know they had a version of this tune. Is this endgame? Yes in some sense and no in some other sense. Because how these games work is that they have many different routes. And I believe we're approaching the end of one route, but there's more to it after this. But yeah, probably gonna end up playing this game for over 100 hours before I reach all endings. Fireworks color the night sky. They're celebrating the end of the Harvest Festival. Was I dreaming? The endless golden field has disappeared. Almost like we've been transported back to reality from some parallel dimension. Now that I think about it, I don't even remember whether those fields were corn or wheat. I don't know. In any case, we're kneeling in a modest, long-harvested rice field. Shizuru has disappeared too, longing for a weapon. We don't even get to see Shizuru. She's just... Why don't they show her? I lay the key on the ground. Her petite hand touches my cheek. Hey, she knew our name apparently. Sorry, it knew our name. It's not a she. It's a thing. Yes. Proof. What? This song is actually the song that she's singing, I believe. This melody. No, not that one actually. No. It's not. This is the intro song. Key turns into particles and disappears into the air like dust. It's gone. The change occurs immediately. Yeah, Kotori is sad, of course. Kotori clutches her chest and lets out a pained groan. Hey, what? The next moment, I am overcome by an insane thirst. It almost feels like I'm choking. The supply of something vital to my life has been suddenly cut off. My power is just fading away. It's because the key died. I crumple to the ground. My right arm is paralyzed. My chest feels hot, like someone has struck a searing steel rod into it. And the pain, it's as though something is trying to tear my body apart from within. Yep, they're dying. Kotori clutches her chest as well. Death is approaching for both of us. The key's last words were proof. What did she mean by that? Could it be? Kotori, can you release the part of me that was familiar?
なことしたら小太郎くんが死んじゃう。
No, you're going to die if I do that. I'm draining your life. I can see it. Her link with the power spot has been severed. Oh, that's how it works. It's because Kotaro, the main character, has some parts in him that was used to save him in the past by Kotori. That part is now draining her own life source because she doesn't have infinite powers anymore due to the death of the key. We need to remove that thing that saved us, but doing so might kill Kotaro. But it will at least keep Kotori alive. This is the result. My enhanced body that's been affected by familiarization, magic, is trying to absorb energy in its default way. In other words, it's trying to suck life from Kotori. We're both gonna waste away like this. Undo it. I know you can do it. No. Kotori replies, sweating profusely. Never.
最後まで一緒に生きる。
I'll be with you to the very end. He said he wanted to see us struggle to the very end.
やだ。
Yanai. Undo it. Kotori violently shakes her head. It's alright, I've got a plan. I'm not lying, trust me.
考え。
A plan? That's right, there's a way to save both of us. But if we keep this up, we're both gonna die. So, undo it. It's easy for you to say though, because you could just be bluffing. Keep Kotori alive instead. And she's not gonna want that. Kotori hesitates for a few moments before touching my wound. Whatever was substituting for her missing parts in me turns into dust and disperses into the air. The ribbon I received from the key. The particles are golden in color, beautiful beyond compare. Well, you feel better, don't you?
どうして。
Why? Contract between Kotori and me has been cut off. Now Kotori will be fine. Doesn't seem like it? What's happening? The magic dissipates. As a result, my wound from that time returns. Ow. Ah. He's dying. My body suddenly feels heavy. The pain intensifies. I have trouble breathing. My vision blurs. The air feels muddy. All of my sensations recede inside myself. That's just how much it hurts to be alive. You're bleeding, you're bleeding. Be like cutie, hello, welcome. Reaching the end of the stream here. I've been saying that for the past hour. But we're kinda in a spot here where we can't even end. Just gonna finish this up. Just gonna finish this up. Not closing up. I can't use my powers. Calm down. We simply return to being normal human beings. You can live in peace now. Hehe. Yeah, she's freaking out. Calm down, Kotori. Don't waste your last chance. Instead, for hoping for a miracle, take me to the damn hospital. Wait, that's smart. We are kinda lost though. I don't know if we can get to a hospital. Help me up on your shoulder and carry me there with your own strength. Let me be treated normally by humans. I'll survive if luck is with us. It's kinda rough in a way because he's badly injured. Blood gushing out of his stomach or whatever it was. He's been like super reasonable. She's panicked beyond belief. It's no good, it's too far. The hospital is about an hour walk from here. Maybe if I find someone, we can call an ambulance. It's the Harvest Festival. An ambulance would have a whole lot of trouble getting through the crowds. Realizing that as well, Kotori inhales sharply. I can't move by myself, but you can. I've got no choice but to bet it all on your slender hands, okay? Very descriptive.
怪我してるのに途中で死んじゃうよ。
You're severely injured. You're going to die midway. I smile. Maybe, but that's fine. That's how it usually works in the real world. Is this how it feels when blood enters your lungs? Damn. It's disgusting. What do you want to do? You can also nurse me for the last few moments of my life. That would work too. I don't think that's gonna calm her down. Determination lights up her tear-soaked eyes. Good. Take me on your back. I think I can handle it, and I'll do my best not to die on the way.
本当に動かしても平気なの？
Are you sure it would be okay to move you? Yeah, I've lost all sorts of things. I should be lighter than before too. And I'm losing more blood as we go. Okay, that's good. If you lose like a couple more liters of blood, you're gonna be so much easier to carry.
行くよ。
Brace yourself, Kotori. Alright. Hey, look at that. Another picture. We're saving so many pictures tonight. But it also makes me think that they loaded up a bunch of these for the ending of the routes. Kotori lifts me up onto her back. Having lost their infusion of power, my muscles have deteriorated. My entire body is withered like an old tree. Kotori begins moving.
負けるな。負けるな。
But she's changed expression. Is that worth it to just take another photo then? You can do it, you can do it. I listen to her encouraging words. It feels nice. I mean, I guess I could, just because I can. The scenery goes blurry. My enhanced senses have reset, making me feel like I'm perceiving less than before. Haha. I've been cheating for so long. I've had this coming. Keep the pace, don't try to rush it. You're gonna lose... Like, where is this blood all coming from? Like, he has done the arms and then around the eyes as well? Where are your injuries coming from? The intermittent pressure against my injury keeps interrupting my voice. But all I have to do is hold on. Kotori is doing all the work.
頑張れ。頑張れ。
Gambare? She repeats everything twice. And once to herself and once to me. This is good, a perfect pace. Keep on going. You can do it. We stagger along. No matter how atrophied my body is, Kotori is still shouldering an entire person's weight. It's not something a girl could casually carry around. But we have to do our best. That's probably what the key wanted us to do. Is it watching us right now? The way we're striding into the surface of this planet. Why couldn't Shizuru help us? Why did she leave before that? It's like, yeah, she kills the key because that's probably her objective, but you know, help a friend for old time's sake, maybe.
頑張れ。
You can do it. Gambare.
もっと。
Keep going.
頑張れ。私。
Be sure to read Shizuru's route to figure out the reasons for her actions. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be something about not liking Kotaro, apparently, because, damn, she could have been our savior. You could have killed the key and be our savior. You can do two things at once.
負けるな。
Don't give him.
生きてる？
Are you alive? Yeah. That's another expression. Well, we gotta take that one too. It gives many expressions.
動いて。足。
Move, stupid legs.
もう魔物は使え
Can't use familiars anymore.
ないの。自力でないと
I got to do this by myself.
ダメなの。
Sway, sway. My entire world shakes as Kotori sways. I have no idea what's happening to me anymore. It feels like I'm floating. Just feel fulfilled. I have nothing to complain about. Dude, the background is still the same. We haven't moved anywhere. This is painful. Please, get to the hospital. Save yourselves.
まだだよ。
I can still do it.
まだ頑張らないとだよ。
I have to do this. Kotori advances, encouraging herself every couple of seconds. I can't see the scenery around us anymore. Just the night sky. I don't even care how far we've gone.
動け。
Move, move!
動け。 何お前。
What do you want? Who's this? Red eyes.
もう鍵は死んだよ。
He's dead. Maybe it's so friendly though. We don't know.
なんか用なの。
This might be our savior. Dude, I actually started the stream with playing a song called Here Comes the Savior. Isn't that a crazy coincidence? Look, it's called it goes like this. Wait, where is it? Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, so like, okay, I play that, and let's see now if this is the savior. Did we run into familiar? I thought they would let us go. That's too bad.
もういいでしょ。
You've already done enough harm, haven't you?
後にしてよ。
Let us be.
後で文句言いに来てよ。
I'll listen to your complaints later.
逃げも隠れもしないよ。
I won't run or hide.
そうです。私が森の魔物使いです。
Yes, I'm the summoner of the forest.
太郎くんを病院に連れて行くんだ。
Taking Kotaro to the
あ
hospital.
の時本当にしたかったことをするんだ。
I'm doing what I really wanted to back then.
あ
So,
っち行
get out of our way. Maybe it truly was a familiar. The world starts swaying again. Did she fend off the beast with her spirit alone? If that's true, then that was quite something.
け。頑張れ。頑張れ。
You can do it.
小太郎くん。
Yeah? Not alive? Dead?
小太郎くん。小太郎くん。
You gotta say something. Ah,
ダメだよ。しっかりしてよ。
you have to hold on.
頑張ってよ。
Promise to hold on. Yeah.
急ぐから。
Make it quick. Not that far now. Drag my feet towards the direction of the town. How long has it been since we started walking? The atmosphere around us changes. Here's someone screaming. That makes sense. I'm severely hurt and bleeding all over. Anyone would be surprised to see someone in this kind of state. But that's good, that means there's civilization around us. We can actually help.
どいてください。どいてください。
Yeah, well, yeah, I could also ask someone to help us, but
一緒に行くんです。
I'm going to the hospital.
道を開けて。道を。
Out of the way. Kotori will die.
神戸か
Kanbe,
おいなんだそりゃ
what the hell is that? A nostalgic voice reaches my ears. Is that, Yoshino? My consciousness starts intermittently cutting out. Can't see anything anymore. But I feel like our speed has increased, and the world isn't swaying as bad anymore. Feels like another set of breaths. I joined Kotori's. Ah, this is weird. I think it's Yoshino helping us. Right? Much as time passed, my consciousness is hanging by a thread. I hear Kotori scream from somewhere far away. Somewhere far away? Please help him. Thanks. Medic. Mr. Tenoji?
天王寺さん、意識はありますか？
Are you awake?
結構。施術に入る。
Alright, we're going to
高
operate.
等教。正門よし。
The Ringoscope? Glottis? Okay, well this could be an English lesson. Regardless though, it seems like we might be fine, but I'm gonna actually leave this on a cliffhanger for next time, because we have to end at some point, and I don't think the action is gonna end anytime soon. So, we're gonna have to end it on a cliffhanger regardless of what we do. And, I think this is a better cliffhanger, because then at least we don't get to end before knowing if we could reach the hospital. But we did reach the hospital, and that's good news. What a crazy episode though. You expect me to write a summary of the game tonight? I don't know. Familiar parents? Escape? Key dead? Hospital. I mean, that's kind of the gist of it, but there's obviously much more to that. Low-key would be cool if Kotaro dead, but doesn't look like it. Low-key, because, you know, the key is dead, and you like, yeah, low-key if Kotaro is also dead, like the key. Okay, that's funny. Yeah, crazy episode. I don't know actually if it would be cool if Kotaro is dead. If Kotori is dead, then Kotori will die too, probably, because it sounded on Kotori that she doesn't know what to do if Kotori dies as well. I mean, she doesn't have her dog, she doesn't have her parents. Everything around her is just dying. I can't really imagine how she would keep on going. But yes, we're gonna have to end it there. To continue next week. It's craziest episode so far, for sure. My heart. Eileen, hello, welcome. I'm really sorry for you well, tuning in now, unless you've been here. I don't know, but we just ended. We just ended. We've been live for 3 hours or something. We've gone through a lot of story. And yeah, crazy story. Really crazy. You've been here? Yes? You haven't said anything, and you say something now, just as we're ending? Oh my, oh my. So stealthy. But yeah. That is this week's episode. I'll be live again tomorrow though with the usual Friday stream from 8 local time. That's a rough one though. How am I gonna recover from this? Like your hearts? What about my hearts? I've invested so much time into this and there's so much emotion going through the characters now. It's easy to have that reflected onto yourself. But yeah, if you also want all the pictures that I took today, which was like 10 good pictures to be honest, then make sure to subscribe to my Patreon that I don't have. But make sure to do it anyway, and you shall gain full access to high resolution photos before everyone else does. And yeah. That shall be it. I bid you all farewell and good night, and hopefully talk tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Woo! Good night.